pour me a cup of that Joe. Welcome to the Teacher's Lounge, baby. Let's start the show.
Back to sleeping in the campus again.
You are?
Really?
Yes. Yeah. Well, I don't know if you guys know.
What happened to your house? What happened to your house?
What happened to my house? My ex-wife just moved in with her new boyfriend.
Oh my God!
Into your house?
Into my own house, yeah.
How did that happen? I thought you had control over your domain.
Quickly.
It happened quickly.
It happened quickly.
Was it like part of like a bar bet?
Bar bet?
A bar bet? Like you lost a bet?
Yes,
What happened?
Yes, so I lost a bet to Roseanne. Barr. And
So it wasn't a bet in a bar.
No,
it was
broad
a
daylight.
bet to Roseanne Barr, the comedian.
You were just out for coffee.
Because she was in town this
She
week. It
was
was a
in town.
huge thing. She stopped
She
and
was in
ate at the
town.
local diner.
She was in on a nut convention, right? She was here for a nut convention?
yeah, she was here for the Nut Convention. She
Yeah.
was doing the national anthem. And
She's not a singer.
I mean,
Was she saying?
Her
Everybody
singing the
gets-
national anthem was one of the best things that's ever happened on television.
Guys, can we just stop and take a moment how beautiful the national anthem is?
it's the best song.
Gorgeous.
It's wonderful.
I can't get enough of it at the tops of games.
I listen to it. I wake up to it. It's
You
my
do?
phone alarm. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
The full
Yeah.
Well, I walked the aisle to it.
really.
Every
Yes.
time?
Every time.
Wow.
How many
Yeah.
times have you been married?
In America, 3.
And outside of the country?
29.
Wow. So those are non-binding, or you just?
Yeah, those are
Is that part of
non-binding.
like vacation for you? You get
yeah,
married?
vacation. Part of vacation, you get married. That's the whole fun.
Well, they're
of going to
binding,
Vegas.
but they can't catch you, right? Isn't
What's
that what you said?
Yes, they're binding, but they can't bind me.
Yeah.
So Roseanne Barr's in town for the Nut Convention. She sings the national anthem, and you lose a bet to her. How did this bet happen?
Well, that's a great question. Roseanne and I go way back.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. You dated her college roommate.
Yes, I dated her college roommate years after they were in college, but they kept in touch. She went to her college roommate was Tom Arnold, and he and I
That's
dated.
how. Well, that's how you.
dated.
Yeah. Right.
He and I dated for a minute.
Right.
And he introduced, said, you and Roseanne would love each other. And so we met and we got along. And that's our relationship is we bet on things. We're both gambling addicts.
Right.
So that's so we had bet on, we were betting on the Phillies game.
All right.
And she said,
And is that the baseball game?
yeah, the Philadelphia Phillies.
Okay, gotcha.
I
What
wasn't
did you
sure
think
if
I meant?
I thought it was maybe that horse.
I was thinking
sport.
it was polo.
Yeah, it's
I thought
horse,
it-
I call
Polo
I
with
call-
young horses.
I call polo a horse sport.
I thought it was that thing where all the guys named Phil in town get together and they race each other and stuff
You'd be
and,
right,
and
you'd
see
be
who's the
right to
smartest.
think both those things. I've lost money on both of those.
Yeah. They canceled the Phillies with the men because of all those guys who got hurt.
Yeah, they all got hurt in the running of the Phils.
Yeah. Yeah.
The running of the Phils is crazy. If you guys don't know, there's some windy streets in our town, and
2 or
a
3.
lot of men named Phil get together. We have the most Phils per capita, and they get together and they let them loose, and then everybody runs from them.
Yeah,
It's
this
just
is-
like the running of the
This
bulls.
is normal people running from Phils. Everyone whose name is not Phil, they kind of get the Phils all greased up and a little aggravated in a small pen, and then they let them go, and they chase the normal people around the street.
Yeah, and they're upset when they let them go.
Okay, so you bet on a Phillies
So,
game, the baseball game.
I bet on the Phillies baseball team. I said, "There's no way. There is no way this game's ending."
What an insane bet. Of course the game's going to end. You usually bet the Phillies are going to win or the Rockies are going to lose.
I had this gut feeling that this game was not going to end.
Well, to be fair, it went into extra innings. It was probably what was
It was in the 10th inning, and I said, "All right, it's done.
It was
It's not going to end."
it
there's
had
one
one
inning
extra
over.
inning, and I get it. I mean, that's the time to make that bet.
And in the 10th inning, the
What a
Phillies had
stupid
ended up
bet.
hitting 2 grand slams, so they were up 14-3.
This was post that?
Yeah, and
This
I
was
said-
after 2 grand slams.
I said, the Rockies.
Did you have a rally cap on or something? What was going on?
That's right. I had my rally cap on.
Oh,
I know what you're going to say. I know exactly what you're going to say. You
have a
stopped
feeling.
this.
Wait,
guys, I know
Oh,
we've been recording this whole time.
Get
my
fucked.
God. Get fucked.
Me.
We do this. We do this every time.
Look, and
I don't think we're on the air.
But I think that this is also kind of on y'all's shoulders here, because I told y'all last week, let's just go in there and pretend like we started recording the moment we walk into the room.
Yeah.
No, this is your fault.
Okay, I don't think it's all my fault.
We
okay?
forgot that immediately after you told us that. We're stupid.
We're idiots.
Okay,
dumb.
I'm sorry.
You need to say it before the podcast
Right.
today.
Luckily, we're so in the podcast zone that despite not thinking that we've been recording, we've been saying things like, for those of you who don't know,
This is Rich.
this
We've
is
been
what
talking
happens.
on mic.
It
We
says-
definitely are aware.
I think
But my headphones aren't on.
No.
Well, now they are, okay? And you know what, everybody? Welcome to the Teacher's Lounge, the first, best, and only podcast pertaining to issues relevant to the greater Levi's Presents 3231 spank cut jeans.
Yes, bigger
Presents
waist
Swine
than
High School.
inseam. And also perfect for the little bad boy who gets spanked in Walmart a lot.
Of course, these jeans are a jean that also has a sort of Velcro flap where you can pull down the back butt area so you can spank your little child who's wearing them. And
Are you fed
I
up
was-
with everyone seeing your legs when mommy spanks you? Where are the spank cuts where they only Velcro the back bottom off?
Hold on, I think we're maybe confused on what spank cut is, because I thought 3231, which is the only size these come in, by the way.
Specific.
It's also the number of the Levi cut.
Yeah, and 3231, and then
It's our first four-digit.
That's not the inseam and the waist.
No,
No,
that's
it's
the cut.
3231
That's the cut.
spank.
You know, it's similar to
So
401.
you can get a 3032, 3231.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Don't
see.
worry, we'll be talking about these jeans throughout the episode.
Tell us, what about the spank cut? Now, the spank cut is for the parent to release release the bare butt out, or
Yeah.
is it for the child to know, I'm going to be bad today and probably get a spanking, so I'm going to put my spank cuts on so it doesn't hurt as
I think
bad?
they're marketing these jeans toward the self-aware bad children
see.
who know that they're going to have to get their pants shot off throughout the day. So they just went ahead and built in a flap so the child, when he knows he's going to get spanked, can just go ahead and rip it down. Or when the parents need to
If you're
to rip it
planning
down,
to
they
call
can.
your mom a jackass in public, wear the 3231 spank cut jeans by Levi's.
If you know your parents are struggling financially, but you have to have that toy at Walmart, wear the 231 spank cuts.
Anyway, I'm Howard Levis, of course, the head of administration and academics here at Swine High School. And thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves as well?
Well, my name is Sam Weatherman, still in charge of big security here at the school, and also in charge of the Little Boy Robot program that's getting beefed up. We've accessed some more dollars to really make sure that that program is safe and, being taken care of.
Little boy, what was it?
Little boy
cowboys.
Little boy
robots.
cowboy.
Little boy cowboy robots.
Little boy cowboy robots that are, of course, assimilated into the school to make sure we can keep an eye on everyone.
Yeah, we got the idea obviously from Westworld. Sort of like the show. We have these real human-looking robots that are in the park, which is what I've been calling the school,
Right.
and sort of running it for us. They sort of are in charge of a lot of the storylines for the kids, making sure the kids are having
Westworld
fun.
was created by a man who also wanted some sons.
That's right.
Yeah.
I famously cannot have children, and
Not allowed.
correct.
Well, you went on a press tour when you were declared impotent, right? A local press tour.
Yeah, I was.
And what a declaration that was.
I was declared legally impotent, but I'm physically not impotent. I can have sex, but I'm not allowed.
Right.
I thought the verdict was insane.
There's some sort of.
Hey, me too.
It was unanimous, though.
Yeah, there were 6 judges that all unanimously voted no.
And it wasn't even the jury. The jury was silenced.
No.
6 judges came in and said unanimously, this man can't have sex. I didn't think that was something that's legally possible
Well,
that a
you
town
know what?
can
When
band
Scalia
together.
died, I was happy because this was his brainchild, and I'm not.
Famous-
This was a Supreme Court case.
Yeah, this is a Supreme Court case. Absolutely.
A lot of Supreme Court cases get buried, and you don't hear about them. But Sam was in the Supreme Court for almost 6 weeks, and they were weighing in on whether he, as a man, can have sex.
It was the PP versus the United States, right?
Yeah, that's right. I was really pushing for something more than the pee-pee because I felt that it dehumanized me and made it really hard for me to fight the case as a human being. Everyone was sort of laughing throughout the case, and I said that, hey, this is a big deal for me. You know, I'm not just my pee-pee. I'm Sam Weatherman.
Of course.
You know?
You had that famed "I'm not just my pee-pee" speech.
Yeah. First of all, I don't know if anybody understands this. It is tough to give a speech from the stand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's tough to really...
They do it all the time in movies, but in real life, it ain't easy.
Because I had note cards. I had bullet points I wanted to hit. I was trying to do a literal speech from the witness stand, and it's just a different medium.
Well, I remember practicing with you that morning.
Thank you so much.
Your PB speech, and you were.
It's my Sam Weatherman speech, but yeah,
you were on. you were on just really. You didn't even need the note cards, and you famously threw them out right before the case. You threw them away.
Yeah. Well, I wanted the jury to see me do something bold, and it was a huge mistake.
I was in the audience of the court, and you stood up, and Sam Weatherman to the stand, please. And you walked up, you put a little cheap trash can on the ground, you pushed your foot on it, open it up. It was one of those foot-operated ones, and you threw those note cards as hard as you could into the trash.
Yeah, well, only a few of them landed in the trash. A lot of them sort of went...
They floated out. They fluttered everywhere.
They fanned out. But I forgot most of my speech and I lost the case. It was a tough thing to have someone basically say you're legally forbade
if you have sex,
a loving relationship.
If you have sex, you go to federal prison.
Well, I go straight to the electric chair. They've upped it since
they brought the electric chair back for this, right?
Yes, absolutely.
It's sitting there waiting on only you.
I'm in the old electric chair. They brought it back.
The oldest one. The first one?
Yeah, absolutely. The one that they
used
used on a couple of Russian spies.
Wow.
They took me in there. It's pretty nice. I will say, you're right. It is an antique. It's nice.
Wow.
But hoping not to get there, trying to stay celibate. Anyway, I have the security of the campus locked down. I got nothing better to do.
That is a huge new thing for you.
That's right.
It's so crazy because we have a famous virgin to your right.
All right.
And you can't have sex.
Well, you guys would know that I'm...
Legally.
You guys would have proof that I wasn't a virgin if you showed up to my live sex demonstration in the gymnasium last week. But you decided not to.
Well, no one showed up.
That invitation was disgusting.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, no one showed up, and I'm not so sure it actually happened. The drones have no footage.
It absolutely did happen. And what do you mean those invitations were disgusting? I opened 350 condoms, took the condom out, put a little note inside of them, and they were lubricated, so the note got sweaty. And I sent them out to everybody in the school who I wanted to see me have sex.
You just asked me, what do you mean disgusting? And then you described the most disgusting invitation I've ever heard.
I don't find that disgusting. I find that natural. What, you've never opened up a condom and put a note in it and gave it to a woman?
No.
Interesting.
No. No.
Interesting. Well.
So can you tell us again, what was it for? Why did you do it?
Because I'm sick and freaking tired of you guys coming on this podcast and telling me I ain't never had sex before.
I understand the motivation because last week we really drug you through the mud.
Yeah.
That's true. You got drugged back.
It was honestly one of the most fun times we've had on this podcast. We all high-fived. It was a blast ridiculing you for being a virgin.
But it must have made you sad.
It didn't make me sad because I've been dealing with this shit for my entire life. All right, what does a guy have to do to prove to his friends that he's had sex before?
Fuck once.
Okay. Okay, that's funny.
I mean,
that's
it's
really
just
funny.
Have anybody corroborate your story.
Any other party that doesn't deny it.
You know, nobody's denied having sex
You've
with
had
me.
200 denials since we've gone into this.
What are you talking about?
We have checked with every prostitute in town.
And they all vehemently say, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about, and no, the rumor's not true.
Well, I
and
haven't
yes,
had
he's
sex
tried to
with
pay me
prostitutes.
hundreds of thousands of dollars, and yes, I said no.
No, that's unfair. All right, listen. I have had so much sex. In fact, I've had the most sex of any person who's in this room.
Here we go.
What? What are you guys?
Okay, what happened at the live sex demonstration that we luckily missed?
Well, I walked into the gymnasium. My friend Carol was there. We had discussed previously that this was not going to be emotional sex. This was going to be sex that was there just to demonstrate that I was capable.
This is really awful.
What are you talking about?
This is really something else.
No, you know what?
This is a new low for even us.
No, it's not. Okay? You guys drug me down here. You guys forced me to do this. Okay? I didn't
This
want
is not
to.
our fault.
I didn't want to do this.
This is all on you.
You don't
No,
have
it
to.
isn't.
So you marched Carol into a gym packed with students.
No, there
And
was
you
no
fucked her in
students
front
there.
of them. What happened? What are we inching towards?
Yeah,
There was
do
no
you
students
feel
there because
resolved?
it seemed that there was some sort of distraction. I don't know. Maybe
Oh, you're
somebody.
saying we found out and made sure to squash the invite so that no one showed up to
You
your
know,
live
that's-
sex
Like we're
demonstration?
trying to stop you from ever having sex?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
I'm starting to feel that way. I'm starting to feel like I'm the thing that makes you guys feel like big men.
Well, I'll just say this: I'm not jealous. It's not from that.
It's not pure jealousy from you.
I'm
Because
just
you're not
sick of it,
legally
man.
allowed.
I don't know what I have
So
to do.
did you fuck Carolyn in front of or just in the gym by yourself?
God.
Her name was Carol, not Carolyn. Listen, maybe.
Wow.
And no, we
you
didn't
know-
have sex. Okay?
No?
No, we didn't, because it would have been weird for us to have sex in an empty gym.
It would have been pretty
You're
weird in
outta
a full
here.
gym too. Would have
That's,
been pretty weird in a-
that's the first legit excuse I've heard from you for never having sex. From not having sex.
You know what? I don't know what. I don't know what to say, guys. You guys really push me to the edge sometimes. I hope you know that. You know, a couple weeks ago, you told me to kill myself, Bill.
Well,
Well,
We're
we're
sitting
still
here.
waiting.
You guys want me to kill myself?
No, come on.
No.
Listen,
Come on.
listen, you fund this school, and that makes me happy.
Yeah, I
okay?
wish I could fund
Come
this
on.
school.
This is
You guys know. You guys heard about what happened. The bottomless piggy bank has either been stolen or misplaced. I don't know where it is. Okay?
Yes.
Kevin McAllister, also known as Macaulay Culkin.
Well, it's out.
yeah.
we were
People need to know. Macaulay Culkin took his lunch break or something. He comes back and either somebody walked in there and stole it, or somebody moved it, or like put something over it, and we haven't been able to find it yet.
Now,
but
this
it's
is-
not there anymore.
Devastating.
It's just devastating. As
I'm
you all
devastated.
know, we keep all the money that funds this school in a bottomless piggy bank. That is a pig with its pants, a ceramic pig with its pants pulled to the ground, showcasing its grotesque genitals.
Ceramic jeans, ceramic
Ceramic genitals. It was
That's where we
designed
kept-
by one of our best friends, Slablo Picasso.
Which we've told this story on every episode of the podcast.
I feel like it's
I don't think people know.
I don't think people know. We kept. It was designed by one of our best friends, Slablo Picasso, and it was
No
stolen.
relation.
No relation to.
Well, lots of relation to Petey Sloblo, but no relation to Sloblo Picasso.
Lots of relation.
Petey Slablo, as you all know, not Petey Pablo,
No,
but he
no.
was a singer, Petey Slablo.
Yeah.
From South Carolina, right?
Yes.
South Carolina.
Slob Carolina.
Yeah. Come on and raise up. Take your shirt off, stuff it up your butt, and poop it out.
What a gross slob.
It was.
wasn't
It was.
a
Anyway, he's heavily related to Sloblo Picasso. They know each
So
other.
we
Anyway,
keep all of our
so-
money in cash.
And it's been stolen, okay? It's been stolen.
stolen.
We've searched every large room in the city and we can't find it.
Yeah. And you know, we're leaving this up to you guys.
I
Okay?
got
we're
a
leaving
hunch
this
it's
up
in
to
a
the
big
listeners.
room.
Yeah, we're leaving this up to the listeners. If you guys want to just act like nothing happened and return the bottomless piggy bank to the room it was in, we won't
will-
ask questions.
We won't ask
Amnesty.
questions, but we will reprimand the hell out of you. You're going to hear it from us.
You will hear from
You're
us.
not getting off scot-free for this.
No.
This isn't like a polite drop-off thing.
I mean, lucky for you guys, we are making money through all of our for-profit departments around the school.
Yeah.
The
The school
lunchroom
is
is doing.
solvent.
The lunchroom is pretty much a fully functioning grocery store at this point.
That's right.
Our theater and arts program is paid for through the next 5 years because I don't know if you guys heard, but my play, My Conversations with the Devil, is going to Broadway and it's sold out.
Wow.
Really?
It's a sold
The
out
Great
run.
Wow.
White Way?
That's right. We're going to the Great White Way, baby.
Wow. Now, you had been submitting to Broadway, but you finally got on. And this is the Broadway, right?
Yeah, this is the Broadway. It's 42nd Street, Newark, New Jersey.
Okay, that's not the one I'm thinking of. But Newark.
A lot of people think New York is where Broadway is. The main Broadway.
That's what I thought,
And,
yeah.
you can go there if you want to watch crap. If you want to watch boring crap, you go see your cats there.
Okay. Yeah. Dear Evan Hansen.
You go see Dear Evan Hansen.
Hamilton.
Whatever you want. But Newark's Broadway, that's where the real art
Now,
happens.
are there theaters on 42nd Street in Newark?
Well, the world is a stage, as they say.
Okay.
No,
And I've heard-
no, there is not a place where you can sit comfortably and enjoy a play and get a wine and a water.
But what is there?
I've heard that
where
most
you're
of
putting
the
up your
theaters
play?
in Newark, New Jersey actually take place in abandoned smoke factories, which are just factories that just create smoke
Yeah,
to
they
ruin
just
the air.
pump smoke out.
That's right.
Which was a booming industry in the 80s.
It was a huge industry. Obviously, you imagine a city like Pittsburgh,
Gorgeous city.
Newark, any of America's most beautiful.
Flint, Michigan.
Old Dickensian England. We had a lot of smoke factories, and now those are defunct but disgusting still, so people don't want to go in there.
Right.
And you can do a great play in there. So I'm doing my conversation with the devil in there.
I see.
And it's a sold-out run.
Now, tickets?
No, I mean, we sold out quickly.
right.
Right, you hadn't even done a regional production yet.
You made a lot of compromises artistically.
Immediately.
What did you have to change?
Immediately.
What did you have to change? Because this was a passion project for you, but in the meeting you gave in on everything.
I'm still passionate about it. There are a lot more references to how much Preparation H has helped me over my life.
Okay, so it's maybe sponsored by Prep H.
Okay.
Yeah, of the people who sold out to. We instead of costumes now we're wearing NASCAR style bodysuits.
Those are beautiful.
Okay.
Those are beautiful.
Yeah. So
That's what all the big
happening.
productions are doing now, though, in Newark. I've been reading about it, and every show now is sponsored. Anybody who tries to say that they've got integrity and they're doing their art for art's sake is just an idiot.
I heard most of your play at this point is
Here we go.
is an infomercial.
You heard correctly.
Okay, it's an infomercial for
Acts 2 through 4 are for the hair wipey. It's a great new product.
Yeah, I use
that's
hair
out there.
wipies.
You use hair wipies.
Yeah.
Great.
it's it's for those of you who don't want to shower.
Yeah, it's it's for people who are on the go and need an alternative solution to the long shower.
Hair wipies. It's for those who don't want to shower.
Well, the first I know I've seen the hair wipey infomercial. It's the first. Do you not have time to shower? And the whole audience goes, no. They
disagree with the premise.
The audience immediately disagrees
I
with the
showered right
initial.
before I came here.
They're
A
like,
lot of them.
I
you know what I'm
have.
saying?
That's one thing I make plenty time for.
And the next question is, even if you don't, I'm sure you hate wearing a hat or putting product in your hair. And everyone said, no, that's fine. So the first 45 minutes of the infomercial is kind of a back and forth of trying to get on some sort of common ground.
And the
with
host
the
gets
audience.
very frustrated.
Oh, the host is mad.
Yeah.
And
The
now,
host.
the host is you or your wife? Because now that's changed because it was you and the
Ex-wife.
devil. Sorry, ex-wife,
That's right.
of course.
Well, neither of us are in the play anymore due to some of the compromises we had to make.
Interesting.
So
One of the compromises was you remaining nowhere near the
as
play.
far as possible from it was the wording. Of
Yeah,
the
I noticed you're not even out of town. You're not even in New Jersey.
That's correct. It's barely my play anymore.
But you're
But
over.
baby,
your
I'm an artist, and this artist got to sell out, and this will pay for my future art.
I'm very confused because it seems as if you sold an infomercial for the hair wipey that takes place. Hair wipey.
You're
very
saying-
different from the hair wifey.
the hair wifey.
The hair wifey.
That's where the big money is, first
Like,
of all. If you
yeah.
can get a company
Are you
like that.
tired of your wife being a human that can walk around and talk to you? And
No.
Well-
Didn't you always wish your wife was a ball of hair?
No!
the hair wifey.
Well, I'll tell you this. I've used a hair wifey as well. And they sound crazy, but honestly, guys.
Yeah,
they're
right.
not that
Yeah,
bad.
Yeah, right.
You fucked a ball of hair. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I'm not
right.
saying I fucked it.
Yeah, right. We know
I'm
you
not-
didn't.
Yeah,
Even
no.
the hair wifey would turn you down.
I actually tried to buy a hair wifey at a sex shop, Romantics, over on the corner. But then a cop walked in and I had to stop.
Because you would have gone straight to the chair.
Yeah, I didn't want him to. I don't know
That's
what
a
the rule is on
technicality.
that
I
because
think think you
it's
could have sex
technically-
with an inanimate object and you'd be fine.
Well, they have your face up in sex shops like on wanted posters.
Yes, but they're old timey, and so I respect
right.
that. At least it's like fun and kitschy. You know what I mean?
And it doesn't say or alive; it just says wanted dead.
Yeah.
It's like, look out for this man and his 42 cowboy sons.
Yeah.
You're easy to spot.
Totally, yeah. Well, at this point, I have sort of an entourage of my children who follow me around. And by children, I mean robots that I've programmed to watch the school.
They're just like cowboys.
Yeah, they're like little
I'm excited to see what happens with this play because it sounds like you did make compromises. I'd be interested to see what happens when the show actually goes up.
Yeah,
I mean, it would probably be a good idea at some point for you guys to maybe team up.
well,
I'd
yeah,
love
I
for you
mean,
to promote my show. You've been promoting sports so well.
yeah, well, I apologize that during my last event it was such a hit. It was the time when the our bottomless piggy bank, which does the audience know what that is?
It's a giant ceramic piggy bank with its bottoms pulled to its ankles, so it's bottomless.
Well, it's Oh, sorry. Yes.
And you can see its grotesque genitals are kind of splayed out and showing. And it was done by our friend Sloblo Picasso.
Right, who is
Everyone.
no relation to Picasso. Everybody knows this, I think, at this point. But it was stolen during my last event, which went off really well, really, really well. It was as you guys know, I've been promoting the school athletic events here as kind of the way Don King would have, just really, really having a blast and promising. Lots of different things that happen at these events.
You did a kind of like a Thrilla in Manila style track event where you had the whole event happening in Africa.
Yes.
And you promoted the hell out of it.
I really promoted the hell of it.
And it was huge.
That made the school almost $30 million. We were very happy for that.
It was really unbelievable.
A lot of people say it's because we threw the match.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I have been... and this might be, against the rules, but everybody does it. You throw the matches. You get tons of people to bet on it, and I've been having all of our athletes just roll over. Really, just.
Can you believe in those movies where it's a thing where it's like the guys feel weird about rolling over in boxing for money, and it's like they have integrity? It's like integrity. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Money is awesome.
It's unbelievable. And I'm, of course, all of the athletes here are getting paid under the table.
Right. We're not like the NCAA.
No.
We're paying our athletes and we're letting them know up front you're getting CTE. You're getting bad brain damage. It's going to hurt you for life.
We actually give a scan at the end of the season, and if they don't have CTE, we actually just hit them in the head a bunch of times until
Well, then they
do.
have to give some of the money back.
Yeah.
It's like, where's the sacrifice?
Exactly. But this week, I apologize that, things got so exciting.
No, it's just that I'm a little scared, because with these sort of like organized crime type dealings where you're throwing matches and like bets, you're having people bet on your athlete and then purposely making them lose, you get a lot of people that get angry at you. And there's been no shortage of sort of like vandalism and death threats and bomb threats.
Which is unfair. It's not fair for anyone to attack your character just because they don't like your behavior.
I mean, listen,
right?
I mean, I do awful things. That doesn't have anything to do with my character.
Exactly.
I mean, I have been, in talks with the mob. I got in with them. I need protection. As you guys have seen, that gentleman Carmine, who's at all the events, he's a pretty dangerous guy.
Yeah.
He looks just like Steve Van Zandt from the E Street Band.
He looks just like him. The tightest hanky around his head.
Well, it's because he's using. It's because he's using
a
a hanky and not a headscarf.
Yeah, he's using the tiniest hanky. And of course he's got a guitar on.
Yeah.
Well, we all know the worst part. You can't be on mic around this guy without him trying to share your mic.
Yeah, he came in when we were recording the podcast the other day and put his
putting his
back up
face
to me
right
like
up.
I was supposed to sing with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's silently got his back up to you right now. Get out of here, Carmine.
Come on, Carmine.
Get out of here, Carmine.
And he's also spends a lot of time in the city of Lilyhammer.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
A lot of parallels to the career of Stevie Van Zandt.
That's it. But anyway, we've seen him at the games. We see we see lots of people walking up and handing him just envelopes. I'm assuming of cash. I don't know what.
Well, Carmine's he's keeping all the books.
I saw someone walk up and hand him an envelope that was pretty positive was stuffed with a gun.
Yeah.
I could really see the outline of a gun in the envelope.
And, and I don't know if this is a thing I should bring up on the air or not, but it's just a thing that I noticed. I noticed you look into your gym bag after the game the other day. Your gym bag. You opened up your gym bag, and there was.
Are we talking about that guy named Jim Bag?
You opened up the gym bag.
You opened him up, and boy, he cried.
No, he's talking about your bag.
No, I'm talking about your
your
bag that you keep your clothes in. You know the story I'm about to tell.
Yeah.
You opened up your gym bag, and there was a severed raccoon head inside of it.
Yes, that is in case I need to let someone know that they're on their way out.
Oh, okay. So it has nothing to do with you being in hot water or in trouble in any fashion.
They're helping you tell other people they're in trouble.
Oh, is that what that means?
Did you misinterpret it?
The famous scene
I
in The
thought
Godfather.
somebody put that in my bag to give to somebody else
I think they meant
to
it
let
for
them
you.
know that they're
I think
dying.
they meant it for you.
Oh, that's not
Bill.
for me to pass
No.
along.
What did you think happened when Carmine gave you the kiss of death?
When he made out with me?
He kissed you and you said,
I thought
is it.
that I was like, Carmen, I really appreciate it, but I don't do that no more.
Yeah.
I thought he knew about my phase in college.
I think he might have been suggesting that you might be a dead man.
Really?
Yes. That's usually what that kiss means in the mafia community.
Oh,
Well,
really? So
I've seen Carmine make out with someone and then murder them not too long after.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you witnessed that. You witnessed the make out to murder.
Yeah.
You
I
saw the
witnessed-
whole
I
thing.
was up at-
Carmine will fuck men and then kill them, right?
That's right. I was up at Makeout Point alone, and I saw Carmine in his caddy, and he made out with a guy, and then when he left, a body rolled out the front door.
Now, when you're up at Makeup Point alone, are you pretending to make out with someone? Or are you looking at other people?
Oh, no, I don't have
Or
a
you-
car. I obviously can't drive a car up there, and I can't bring a woman up there. So I'll Makeout Point usually is also a lookout point.
Right.
And I'm there alone looking out.
I see.
And sort of thinking about how I could never be with anyone again.
Well, I'll let you know next time I'm going up there to have sex with someone, and you can come up there alone, and you can witness it firsthand.
I've never bought a sentence less than that one. I don't buy it.
I'll let you know when I'm going to go have sex in public. That way you can come witness it. Yeah, right.
Now, other than all of the students here at the school who maybe have disagreements with us and hate our guts, and the mafia, and El Chapo, do we have any
United
leads?
States government.
The United States government. Do we have any leads on who might have stole our bottomless piggy bank?
I don't. You know what?
Also,
Off the top of my head, no, but I can't. OJ can't get out of prison soon enough.
seriously.
God, we're counting down the days.
We know his history with getting his own memorabilia back.
He does it flawlessly.
Yeah. And to be fair, I think he's going to be out soon, and he'll go to bat for us. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
he will. I mean, he's going to be on campus teaching his commercial acting class, as we all remember.
If there's one thing we know, when OJ gets out, he's going to get in trouble again.
Attention Swine High students, this is Todd Padre with today's announcement. We'd like you all to know that there are now 2 student drop-off zones based on how ugly your parents are. Well, we've got a fun little guest in the studio today. We're going to be talking to resident substitute teacher, Carly Winston. Carly, how's it going?
It's going pretty good.
Thanks for being here.
Wow. Carly always, when we are in a bind, she will come in, whether we have to fire a teacher or somebody's sick last minute.
We have teachers drop out to emotional distress a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just request that I want to come in.
Yeah,
we'll boot a teacher.
Honestly, it's so gratifying, and teachers appreciate it when you walk into the room and say, "Hey, you know what, Tim? You don't have to teach today. Carly's got you."
Yeah, because you come in almost as if you are an unwanted tag team member at a wrestling match.
I think it's for the students. It's to build morale.
Yeah.
Make them feel like somebody out of the school cares about them.
Yeah.
Well, you've kicked a few teachers' asses in front of students before, and it really pumps up the class.
They seem to enjoy it. Yeah.
And you're a trained fighter.
Yeah, 3-time champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gave a
And that's not an MMA champion. You're a champion of that blood sport league.
to the death. I've killed 3 people.
Yeah.
Legally, of course, obviously in foreign countries where it's legal to kill
Right.
someone in a fight.
You killed Frank Dukes.
There are
You killed
certain
Chun
countries
Li.
where it's legal to kill someone in
Yeah.
a fight.
As long as it's a sanctioned fight, if
sanctioned.
they die, then they've assumed the risk of death.
Right.
But like, despite your insane energy and killer instinct, you also know, English, math,
I speak
history.
English.
You speak English, so
Better than some of
that.
our teachers. Better
Yes.
than some of our teachers.
Yeah.
I do carry around a calculator everywhere I go.
yes, you mostly teach calculator. You busted into the calculus class the other day. Gave the teacher a rock bottom, and then started teaching calculator.
You changed the whole course.
Well, yeah, it's about what kind of words you can type on the
Yeah, you
calculator.
immediately typed
Which
in
is all of them.
You immediately typed in 58008, turned it upside down, and screamed "boom!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then walked out of the room.
Yeah.
And then the whole class said, I think that says spoob.
Yeah, you didn't even do it right.
Because you're supposed to do it backwards. It's supposed so you do it backwards, so when you flip it over, it says it the right way.
That's in Spanish, though.
Oh, you did it in the wrong class.
Yeah, I'm still new. Okay, I'm a sub.
Well,
you
that's
can't hold
okay.
it against
We
me.
appreciate it because a lot of the main thing with you was we couldn't find a sub that had all their immunizations, and you had them all.
I travel a lot for all my fighting.
Yes.
So I'm constantly up to date with shots. I get shots I don't need.
Yeah, you are immune to things that people don't get immune
You got a
to.
very tough constitution.
It's almost as if the cocktail of immunizations has made you immune to every disease.
Are you? Is this right? You're immune to coughing?
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I coughed.
Wow.
Yeah, you took a drug right in the neck
Yeah.
that makes you cough for a straight year, and then you're done with it. Is
Yeah.
that true?
Yeah, I mean, even if I tried to cough, just nothing
just
comes
tried.
out.
You tried it, nothing
Yeah.
came out.
Yeah.
That's
Wow,
amazing.
modern science. That's incredible.
And what happens if you choke on a piece of popcorn or something like that?
There's no sound.
So
Just hard wind.
Well, you choke a lot
Well-
because you can't cough to let people know that you're choking. So you go down at restaurants a lot silently.
I am an easy fainter.
Right.
So I try not to eat a lot of food before or during any of my fights or while I'm teaching.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to signal to the students that I'm about to hit ground.
And that's an interesting thing for a fighter is to be an easy fainter. Good
Yeah.
thing you are so volatile and aggressive on offense because on defense, I mean, you could probably get choked out pretty easy.
Oh yeah, just don't let them catch you and just be going straight for blood.
Yeah. Now, we've known you for a while. You're more of a friend than you are an actual teacher, and you're just someone who covers our asses. We met you at a concert in '79. It was James Taylor,
Jackson Brown.
It was the
Raffi was there.
He was in
Raffi
attendance.
was there.
He was in attendance begging to get on stage.
Oh yeah,
but they
we're not
wouldn't
talking about who was playing.
No, sorry.
Oh, no. I
James
think
Taylor
it
was in the
was,
audience. Jackson Brown was in the audience.
let Raffi.
Yeah, it was an
Raffi.
ABBA concert.
It was
We
an
were there
ABBA
to see
concert.
This was a real musician type concert.
Yeah. And it was you were there.
I won the contest.
Yeah, you won the call-in contest.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I got to wear one of the ABBA outfits and dance on stage.
Yes.
What are their outfits? I was blind drunk there in the 70s, so I don't remember what ABBA wore. Is it like a gold thing? Is it?
Depending on, they have costume changes.
Yeah.
And so for part of it, I got to stand. There was a gate between us, but I got to put on one of the costumes, like a white jumpsuit with flares, and I got, I waved at James Taylor in the
Yeah, you
audience.
kind of looked like you were in jail on stage because there was a gate between you and the band, and a gate between you and the audience, and then a gate between you and the security.
And a gate between you and the monitor guy, so you
Right.
were enclosed in gates.
I was calling. I was a caller from jail, but they accepted me. And ABBA's so
Wow.
they love their
And what a
fans.
work release program.
What
Yeah.
a lot of people don't know is this is a little loophole for our justice system in
Yes.
America. If you win a call-in contest on the radio, the jail has to honor it
Legally.
legally.
And that's the other thing. They don't tell you. They say one phone call. You actually get two. You get one to friends and family, and then you get your radio call.
You get one chance at a radio contest.
And that is your out. And if you happen to win, you are scot-free.
And that's what happened. That's why Cash ended up having to go to Folsom Prison because the whole prison won the contest. Every
once.
single inmate. And so he was
That's
like,
right.
oh, fuck it. I'll just go to them.
And those prisoners were pissed off because they were like, we're going to a concert. He's not coming to us. And they actually murdered a few guards that night. I
That's
heard.
right.
That's right. Thank God.
So you were in jail on stage at the ABBA concert, and we were like, who is that
I
prisoner?
have to know.
She won. So we managed to get in to your box.
Yeah.
It was not your typical
Well,
box
you pulled us
seats.
right into cell.
Yeah.
I did, and you guys helped me break out, which was so. It's why
Yeah.
we have such a bond, you know.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you are on the lam now. I mean, we shouldn't be saying this.
Well,
Yeah.
we're
But
using
you
a
are-
fake name. We're using a pseudonym.
Yes, that-
Carly isn't Carly's real name. We'll
Of
say
course,
that.
but and now
ended
have the
up-
statute of limitations because you've been out. We busted you out a long time ago. You've been
what?
hanging out
I've
with
been
us.
living free.
Almost
too.
40 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that?
I think
can
you're
they still
fine.
get her?
I think you're fine. I'm not a lawyer, but I think you're fine.
Well, should we just say her real name?
yeah,
here?
we might as well, and then just see what happens. Is that okay with you?
You know, I have been getting a little bored, so
Let's see if we can get you wanted again. So we know her real name. A very, very wanted woman, who is our sub, our go-to sub, who now goes by Carly. What is her name?
What is it?
It's been so long I've forgotten.
We kind
you
of
guys
brought
don't
up.
even remember my real name.
Hold on, we do.
We do. We remember.
No, we
we
don't
say,
even
we
know.
say,
Well, we know what you were known as.
Crispy.
Cr-
We remember.
yeah.
We remember that you were known as Crispy.
Yeah, Crispy the Murderer. That's what, that was your famous name that was going around in the mid '70s. You were
Because you would murder people and then singe their hair to make it look like a fire, but no one ever believed it.
yeah. No one bought it
because
They were like-
you just singed their hair. You didn't
With like a
you didn't
little
burn
lighter,
their
you just took a
clothes.
lighter and singed
Yeah.
the
No
ends
clothes,
of
And
the
you
hair.
would,
nothing.
you would
No-
write
no
on a
hair.
piece of paper,
Just hair.
this house burnt down, and this person burnt down
Now,
with
what was
it.
going on with you? Because that seems so wrong.
Listen, I got a bad perm
I see.
in '72. It was a big craze.
Now, what would you consider a good perm? Because I've seen perms in a
And you've got a few perms in front of you right now, so you might be able to use these as an example on one of us.
I'm not
As usually two
looking
of us
at
have-
any shining star perms, but
We've all had a bad perm. Let's be upfront about that.
Yeah.
Everybody who lived through the 70s has gone through a bad perm.
Yeah,
And I
and we-
specifically went into my barber and asked for the bad perm.
And I asked for the chicken perm.
And how was that?
Well, as y'all know, chicken parm, that's where it gets its name.
Right.
And they have a brining technique to make a perm look like this. But basically, it's just a regular perm with marinara sauce all over it.
Right. They take you over to the wash sink and they brine.
It's marinara sauce with a nice hunk of fresh mozzarella melted
Yeah,
on
they
top.
take you over to the wash sink and they brine your head and hair.
Yeah,
and then
it's
they-
obvious what my hair is right now. It's super curly with marinara
Yeah.
sauce and a little melted mozzarella on top.
Yeah, they sit you underneath the heat lamp and they melt the cheese right on top.
So I'm sorry, Crispy. You had a bad perm and you were pissed.
it's a
in '72.
It's a sensitive thing.
We're sorry.
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
sorry. We're
You
sorry.
know?
Of course.
I mean, I'm scarred from it physically.
Yeah.
That's why I don't have hair on the top of my head.
Right, you have
Very
male
late on
pattern
that.
baldness. And we never wanted to ask you because we didn't want to be rude,
You're
but that's how it happened.
You're sporting the most classic male pattern baldness with a comb over and everything.
You know, usually you can walk up to a bald guy and sort of go like, "Hey, what happened?" You know, we didn't want to do that with you.
Well, yeah. I mean, when a woman's walking around with Hulk Hogan hair, it's like it's difficult to
It's
bring
white
up.
and silky, your hair.
And I would also say Hulk Hogan body, right?
Yes,
You're
I'm a
ripped.
fighter.
Yeah.
You look like Hulk Hogan, and it's wonderful.
Also,
tanned up.
also, you're bringing the Fu Manchu back.
Yes.
That's. I didn't shave today, but sometimes
You shouldn't
I
have
wonder.
to.
So
maybe I
that's a
just let it
day's
go.
growth.
This is.
Day's growth.
It's actually just from the last few hours.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
when you're getting all those shots, some different things are going to start to happen. You've gotten taller since I've known you.
Wow. Yeah.
I've
I
noticed
have.
at least a couple
I
inches
have
of
grown,
growth.
haven't I?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it seems to be all in the torso. Like how you're growing is.
Full torso, your legs did not leg thin.
So you got. Okay, obviously we know what you look like now. Super long torso, you look almost exactly like Hulk Hogan.
Now,
Yeah.
what is you come in here and you sub whenever you want. What's your day-to-day life like when you're not doing that?
I make a lot of lists.
Oh, really? Like
See, you
people
work
put you on lists or you make
Or
your
you
own
work
list?
at BuzzFeed.
Well, both. I try to split up my time, but
Okay.
it's not like a grocery list. It's a lot of names of people, grievances.
All of history's greatest people kept lists. Nixon,
Scary.
Schindler.
Schindler.
He was a good one.
My Aunt Tammy.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. Santa Claus.
No, I don't mean to assume, but
The greatest list keeper of all. We almost forgot him.
Checking it twice.
I've been on a couple of his lists, if you know what I mean. Both.
I don't. Oh, naughty and nice. I see.
No, I
Naughty
don't. I don't mean to
and
assume,
nice.
but most people who make lists of names, these are sort of your kill lists.
Yeah.
You could say where you've got plans to,
Murder
Murder
someone and
everyone,
singe
murder
their hair and
everyone
pretend
on.
it was a burning.
yeah. And would you say that's the kind of list you spend your day making?
No, these are all just alternate personalities that I could possibly take on.
Oh, I see. I see you have your list here with you.
Rhonda, Tina,
Just some first names.
Solange.
Oh, hold on. You're not telling me that you are also Beyonce's sister.
Well,
That is one of your.
listen, we're giving a lot of reveals away today, but yes, I
Oh
am.
my God!
No wonder you kicked the crap out of Jay-Z in that elevator.
That was you beating up Jay-Z in that elevator.
Really didn't see that camera in there.
Yeah, you usually check for camera. I cannot believe you are. So hold on. Rhonda, Tina, Solange. So you're Solange,
Yeah.
Beyonce's sister. Are you?
Ronda Rousey, the fighter.
One of them.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There's multiple
That was you
Ronda
beating Jay-Z up as Ronda Rousey in the elevator.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's another video. But Jay-Z's gotten beaten up in almost every elevator he's ever been in.
He's gotta stay out of
If
it.
he finds himself in there with a person other than himself,
Yeah.
he gets beat up, it
Yeah.
seems.
Now that I think about it, he was also beat up by Tina the llama from Napoleon Dynamite in the elevator.
Oh my God, I was thinking it was Tina Turner, but it's Tina the llama from Napoleon Dynamite.
That was also me. I'm also very close to Jay-Z.
Oh, so it's friendly.
Wow.
It's friendly beat-ups.
Or are you assuming a different identity to beat Jay-Z up because you secretly have beef?
It's not beef, it's I'm sexually aroused by him.
Oh, so those are like little fights, a little foreplay
Little
that leads
passions.
It's to confuse people around us because we are in love.
up. Wow, this is unbelievable.
Oh my God, you're
you are
Becky with the good hair.
you are our favorite sub. You're also Crispy from the 70s. You're Solange. You're Tina. You're Ronda Rousey. This is unbelievable.
Some people, it's the 80-20 rule.
Yeah.
Right? 80% of the work gets done by 20% of the people.
Yeah.
You're doing a lot of the work to the population out there.
Wow, and this list is long. This list is long.
George
I would say it's more of a
Bush?
scroll than a list.
It's more of a scroll. It is a scroll. It's like a receipt. It's like an accountant's receipt
Right.
on his calculator.
Right.
I do that when I'm Arthur the accountant.
Arthur. Oh, I see. Arthur
That's
the
when I
account-
make that list.
I
It's not
see.
numbers or math.
Oh, right.
Not what I teach.
You type out the list on a calculator.
Now, I'm an observant guy. I'm an actor, so I like to look at people's inner
You
life.
are not.
and-
You are not.
An actor or observant?
Well,
Well,
not
an
really
actor.
either right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you're either at the moment.
Oh, really? Who among us has a play on Broadway?
None of us.
None of us really.
That's not a play.
You
Who
signed the
among
rights
us
away.
sold their rights to be an infomercial?
How
on
much
the
did you make?
streets in a smoke factory?
How much
in New
did you
York?
make for it?
40,000.
$40,000?
No, shitcoin.
Oh,
Well, then that might be a good deal.
Wow.
That might be a good
We don't know
deal.
how much that's going to be worth.
Right now,
Okay.
shitcoin is worth 0.07 cents.
That's
Yes,
right.
shitcoin. This is big news. This is big news. Shitcoin was just in U.S. News and World Report as the worst investment you can make in your life.
That's right.
It was shitcoin is we all know what shitcoin is. It is a currency.
That is based on a room full of shit.
Yes, in Wisconsin.
And we accept it at my closed poke shop. We accept it at my bad fancy ice cream place. And we'll be accepting.
Now, is that still going? Your bad fancy ice cream place?
It's better than ever.
Really?
Yeah, it's big right now. We're making
Wow.
a lot of money. Our
You only accept shit coins, though?
we only accept shit coins. So
Yeah.
a lot of people are saying like a shit currency at a place where you buy food. That sounds terrible. And it's like, well, then love it or leave it, idiots.
I
And
love.
that's the slogan of your store. Love
That's
it or
right,
leave
love
it,
it or leave
idiots.
it,
And I tried your new flavor, cream corn.
Yeah.
God,
Corn,
it was
cream corn.
cream corn. God, it was awful. I hated it. I mean, like I got it and I hated it. I really hated
It's
it.
the consistency of cream corn, and then on top of it, the consistency of corn on the cob.
It's hard to
But
get
as
your
an ice
spoon
cream.
through for that first bite.
yeah, why is the creamiest part the base?
The cream, I think, should be on the top.
Well, if it ain't hard to hold, it ain't fun to eat. So that's kind of our situation there. It's all mushy in your hands. You bite into the top, and it's difficult.
Now, if I remember, you serve your ice cream in the husk of an old fish that gets thrown across the room.
That's right. That's correct.
Anyway,
No, I was going
So
to.
anyway, I'm an observant man. I know. I see people, and I see what's going on with them. And it seems like you do not love yourself, and so you're trying to be all these other people.
I would agree and also disagree with that statement.
okay.
I love myself, but I also hate myself.
Right there with
Probably
you.
more than I love. Yeah, I think that's something that we have in common. We've been bonding.
So then you would agree.
I would agree. Well, I would agree to disagree.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, and not everybody, people are nuanced, all right? You don't look at somebody and say, that person's all happy, that person's all sad.
I disagree. Everybody is one thing.
Why don't you go around the room and label what everybody's one thing is?
Tell us each what our one thing is.
Because I think you might be right. You've got a great judge of character.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
do
put
me
a lens
and-
on us. He's got a lens
I don't
on us
like
right
your
now.
character, but I do think you've got a
And
great
do me
judge.
last.
Okay.
Yeah, you are an absolute scumbag, but when it comes to others, you're
You,
so right.
God, you know others.
So my thing, tortured creative genius.
Pretty self-congratulatory. Pretty self-congratulatory, but we'll go with it.
Okay. Yours,
Me.
Mr. Cravey.
Yes.
The only thing going to my mind is that you have marinara on your head.
Oh, so my
pretty-
hairstyle
pretty
is
good judge.
My hairstyle is overpowering everything else about me. The fact that I'm
You s-
doused in marinara and
You see a
mozzarella.
man with marinara on his head in the street.
Well,
it's
it's
going
a
to be hard
chicken
to see
perm.
that he has
It's
a rich inner life.
I'm sorry, I got a chicken perm. And
Well,
it's-
Bill, I think you got to stick to it. As that trend soars, you're going to be an early adopter, not a weirdo anymore. Okay?
Absolutely.
As soon as other people start wearing it, you're going
I've
to look
been
really
the
cool.
earliest adopter of the worst things.
That's right.
I'll say some of the things never even took off. You were so
Never.
early adopter.
They ended as soon as I did them.
You still do P90X, right?
Absolutely. As soon as I started doing it, everybody said, "It's done. We're done. We're done."
So you were a late adopter. That
Yeah.
Still tarnished the brand.
I picked up a fidget spinner the other day, and 40 kids beat the shit out of me.
Yeah. Well, that'll happen.
Yeah.
All right. Sam, I would say you are a angry depressive.
What? Good. That's it. That means he likes it.
Crispy, I would say, again, you hate yourself, and so you're looking for someone else to be. That's your one thing. And then Howard, you're a virgin.
No. I
Big
did-
smile.
no.
Big smile from Todd.
Everyone in the room.
I knew you were
Big
going to say
smile.
that. I
We
knew you were
saw him
gonna take
leading up
this
to that. He was grinning like
I
a
knew you.
pig.
He was rubbing his hands together, excited to lay it out
Not,
there.
We should have seen that coming.
That's ridiculous.
It's the reason I was always bad bad at poker as my when I'm excited. You can tell.
Yeah, you would always roast someone right before you placed a bet on how bad you were going to beat them.
As soon we can always tell you've got a good hand because you call Howard a virgin.
Yeah, what a tell, you asshole.
All right.
Now, Crispy, Crispy, you have Bill Clinton written on this list. You don't tell us you're Bill Clinton.
No, that's actually. I wanted to remind myself I play cards with him on Wednesday.
Okay.
So this list
So
has a
your
couple
reminder
different
of
things
your
on there.
card game is just writing his name down.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Well, how else are you going to remember the poker game with Clinton? You're going to say weekly game. You're going to say with Clinton.
Yeah,
That's
Bill
true.
Clinton.
Yeah,
What
what-
is Slick Willie like around the table?
Yeah, you've hung out with him?
Pretty nude.
Interesting.
So naked.
We all are.
Oh.
You play
Now,
in the buff.
who is at this poker
Slick
game
Willie's poker
with
game.
Crispy the murderer, Bill Clinton,
The murderer.
How many seats?
Agreed. We all know how we feel about him.
Well, a lot of people know that the feed cut out right before he said, "I did not kill that woman."
That's right.
Yeah.
Roseanne comes too.
Roseanne? Oh.
Roseanne.
Yeah, she's been
careful.
coming. She was in town.
Hey, you got to
Be
watch
careful.
yourself around here. You mess up, you find an axe moving into your home, and you're out
Yeah,
on the street.
you've
be in
probably
the
done
nut
a lot
house.
of bar bets.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I
So
have.
you, Bill Clinton, Roseanne Barr. There's a couple others that fill out this table. Are they famous? Are they not?
Usually, people we'll slow down one of our vans and we'll ask them to get in.
Slow down. You don't come to a
So
stop.
like a bang
No, no,
bus,
no.
like a bang bus type of situation. Like that's the only van I know that slows down and gets people in.
Well,
I mean,
our party's banging in there. Yeah,
Okay.
music's loud.
Well, we wanted to do a little segment today because we are running up on the midway point of the semester, and we kind of
Yes.
wanted to just do a little midterm check-in.
yeah.
Midterms, grades.
Yeah,
You know, this
giving
is the middle of the
ourselves
year.
a grade.
Teacher gives you a note, says this is what you need to work on for the second half of the year. We're going to give ourselves a little note.
Yeah,
Yes.
and we're
See how
not
we're doing.
going to give each other a note.
No.
Because everyone knows what your note would be already, Howard.
Yeah.
Stop
honestly,
lying about your
honestly,
virginity.
you don't have to go. The rest of us will do it. We know you want to lose your virginity, and that should be at the top of your list.
No, so we'll go
Right next
through-
to an F.
We'll grade
Because you're
ourselves.
failing.
Yeah.
All right. We'll grade ourselves on our performance for the first half of this semester, and then we'll give ourselves a goal and an expectation for the next half.
Okay.
Well, I'll start. I think so far in the semester, I'd have to give myself an A+. I think
Fair.
I'm really opening up. I'm closing off to my father, but I'm opening up as a father. I think our defenses are strong. The TSA has never been more militarized. And yeah, I feel good. I think if there's anything that I need to do, it's to open up to my surroundings a little bit more. I think I am a little on the defensive because defense is so in my brain all the time.
So you wouldn't give yourself a lower grade just despite that we have kicked out many goths from the school with no questions asked. They're not even allowed. They're getting straight up profiled at the TSA.
That's why I'm giving myself an A+.
Okay.
I've said from the
You said
beginning
it's a
this will be a
positive.
And
goth-free
you were
campus.
security on campus, and we lost our bottomless piggy bank.
Okay, not my fault. I mean, we are all saying, okay, well, so maybe I'll walk it back from an A+ to an A-.
Okay. Oh, now there we go.
That's
That's
good.
all
That
we
feels
wanted.
right,
That
right?
seems that's what we
Critical,
wanted.
but, complimentary.
So let's see. So far this year, I have put up a play starring myself and my ex-wife, written by the students that I sold to Preparation H and what was it? Hair wipes.
Hair wipey.
Hair wipies.
Hair
yeah.
wipey. Not hair wifey.
So now I have about 3 months to put on another play and find something to do. I've been trying to find religion this year. That's going really well.
So well, you're not even talking about it.
Exactly.
You brought that up
Yeah.
at the beginning of the season. And you haven't touched on it
I
once.
haven't touched on it once. So
It's just
that's
been
how
going well.
it's
Nothing interesting has happened
Nothing
in the
interesting,
religious
nothing
front.
specific to reference. I'm a rabbi now. I should point that out. Did I not mention that I'm a rabbi now?
No.
You did. You're a rabbi.
wait, yeah, you
you're
did.
half
I'm
rabbi,
sorry.
half pope.
That's right.
And your hat also mentions it. You've got one of those yarmulkes, but that's like a belt buckle that sort of has words running across
Yeah, it says, ask me about my Judaism.
Yeah, and people say shalom and arrivederci to you at the same
That's right.
in the same sentence.
So anyway, I'm generally pretty hard on myself, but A+.
I agree. I think that's a great grade. I think that's a great grade, taking everything into account, being fair to yourself, being fair to the students.
I mean,
think it's
just to offer. Oh, go ahead.
No. I mean, I feel like A+ is a little high.
I was going to say the same thing because I think you have to take into account the fact that you did sell out. And you did compromise your art, and as an artistic person, I mean, I feel like that's got to dock you a couple points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. A-.
Now that's right. That's what you gotta
I
do.
think that's what we were looking for.
Now
was
let's
an
remember here,
A-.
guys. You guys haven't gone yet, so let's not be too critical of these grades.
No,
till you've
I
been in
have.
that
I have
situation.
heard the two of these grades, and I've learned that you guys gave yourself a little too high. So me. I started out this year trying to lead our athletic department to victory and get us on the map as a school in the ring of athleticisms. And I immediately flew in a bunch of kids that were from other schools and stuff. And when we weren't winning, I immediately rolled on the idea of winning and just decided to promote the events.
All our sports teams are winless.
Yes, they're all winless. We haven't won a game in anything.
Go fighting pigs _1.
That's quite a feat.
It is. It is. That's what people have actually been saying in the lunchroom when they get
About the fajitas.
about when they get served fajitas.
That's quite a lot of feet.
Quite a feat.
It's quite a feat, and it's a funny pun.
You gotta laugh when you're eating human feet.
Yes, as everybody knows, which we didn't touch on at all last week, and we had the lunch lady or the dinner lady here, and we didn't mention fajitas once, but that's a huge thing that we are still serving and were serving last week, but forgot to touch on that. But yeah, we're totally winless. We have all of our kids are involved now with the mafia very much, are on the mafia's payroll. They are all getting death threats, receiving death threats. I'm receiving death threats. So I'd have to say, with all of that negative stuff that that has been happening to me, and I'm taking that all into account of how bad I'm doing and how dangerous the school is now.
Right.
I'd have to give myself an A+. I
agree.
really would. I'd give myself an A+.
Gotta say,
Okay. What?
we're our own best critics. Everyone knows that. I think you gave yourself a little bit of a pass on some of the maybe illegal doings, point shaving.
Okay.
You did purposefully have our team roll over and lose on purpose, which as the athletic director, I mean, that's not a great look.
Right,
each
and I
thing
am
you've done
under.
so
Maybe you
far.
want to change your grade.
Okay. All right. I'll give myself an A-. But that is only because I am in hot water now with the authorities because you're not even supposed to bet at all on high school games, and I'm running a straight-up racket.
We are humble.
We've been humbled.
We've been humbled.
And Howard's a virgin, so crispy.
Well, I mean, I've done a lot for the school. You know,
Absolutely.
I've been in this trimester. I've been in about maybe.
Yeah, and we should tell everyone that that's how we. The school year here is in trimesters, and they're instead of semesters.
There's 19 of them.
Yes, yes, I'm not sure how many trimesters people have when they have babies, but that's how we do it here.
Yeah, I wish there was a way to analyze the word in some fashion and find out how many
know.
trimesters
Yeah,
there were.
mister is from getting pregnant from a man, from a mister. And I think try is that you put in a little effort.
You put in effort, yeah.
So who knows?
Yeah, so who knows?
But
Never know.
this first trimester, I think I agree. You've been putting in a lot of hard work.
I've been in about 4 times and in one day, and I don't want to go. I don't want to go too high. I did start the little fighter club,
where the smallest people in the school fight.
we got to teach them, and we want our kids to, they're all my kids that are at the school. So I spend most of my time.
You make your sons and daughters fight each other at the school.
Yeah, to show everybody how tough we are, and then, even our own blood will draw blood from the other blood. That's why I call my kids blood.
Yes.
It's a scary sight.
They all have. They're
terrifying children.
Yeah, they run around campus throwing up gang signs all week long.
All week long.
Oh yeah, like the greens, and that's
typical blood green.
the gang greens. You know what I'm saying?
They keep yelling gang green.
Gang green, yeah. But they are sick too. They have unattended wounds that they've gotten from the hospital.
Yeah. When they fight, I say you got to learn to heal, and I don't kiss their boo boos or. Wipe them away.
Speaking of for all 4 of us, none of us got any love or physical attention from our mothers, and we all turned out great. I think that is the way to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you should speak for everyone when you say that, but for us it was all true. So in this case it worked.
Yeah.
So I was going to give myself, I'm the most humble.
Right. So considering that your dirty, sick sons and daughters fight each other at the school, and you've come in 4 times in one day, so you've only been here one day, what the grade?
I was gonna say maybe
be generous, or don't be hard on yourself.
I'm hard. I was gonna say a B, but you know what? I don't even think that's good enough. I should have a little more. Love for myself.
Right.
What I'm going to take. I'm going to give myself an A-.
Wow.
Humble. Humbleina.
Not an
A+.
Wow.
Honestly, you are.
I feel like
Humblebee tuna.
Humblebee tuna.
Wow. That's hey.
Humble beginning.
That's beautiful. And I know you guys don't want me to do this, but I'm gonna.
You
do
are.
it.
I thought you already went.
No, I didn't go yet.
Howard, an A+ virgin.
No.
Thanks for listening to
Stop
Teachers
it.
Lounge. And
Stay kidding me.
Class is out and the coffee's on. I got a couple things on my chest I got to get off. Cut me some slack and pour me a cup of that joy. Welcome to the Teacher's Lounge. Let's wrap it up and hit the road.